the music you chose.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to change the damn intro. I'll do that tomorrow. Because I got to add you on here now.
Savor the flavor. Never miss a comment. Hi, Gabe.
All right. What is up, folks? I know it's been a long, long while since you've seen this face. Okay, hold on a second. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's us talking in the background.
Oh, is it? Oh,
It's like repeating. Oh, it's because of this.
oh,
I
you
know
got your
why.
phone.
Yeah.
It's you can tell we're out of practice here. We're out of practice, G.
Hold on. How do I hit it on? How do you hit mute on here?
Oh, well, I think you just turned the volume down.
Oh, I thought you could like. Okay.
There you go. Can you hear it no more?
Yes.
It's gone. Okay.
It's my blonde streak.
So we already got what's going on, folks. John Lacey's in the house. Mr. Dan Roth, Miss Yolanda Chin. Oh my God. It has been so long. And Mr. Kenneth Dunner Jr. Savor the flavor. What is up, my man? It's been a while, like I was saying, since you've seen this face and, of course, now this lovely face. So for those who need a quick refresher, who I am Gabe Leal. I am a live stream creator, producer, strategist, digital content creator, a little bit of everything. So that's kind of how my, background is in doing live streaming. And the woman sitting next to me is the love of my life now and my partner. And the reason we're doing this live stream in the first place is we're going to be talking about a few things. We're going to be doing an upcoming podcast. Now, we're debating what.
Hit undo because it just like untype. It just
Oh, did it?
Yeah, hit undo.
Oh,
yeah. So we have like cheat sheet notes on some of our topics that we're gonna be talking about, and yeah.
Okay.
Deleted the first one.
Oh wow, we got someone watching from Kuala Lumpur. You're used to world geography. How do you say that? Look on the
Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, Malaysia. Yeah, what a nice surprise, isn't it? Thank you, Yolanda. So part of the reason that we wanted to come on here and start talking about what we have going on. First of all, Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope your New Year's was safe, enjoyable. You got to enjoy it with friends, family, your loved ones. It's kind of what we did here. We had a little fun, little festive party here. We got to enjoy New Year's together. That was kind of a first for us. Last year was a lot of firsts that we did in our journey together, and we'll go into what we're going to be talking about in our podcast. But one of the things that I did want to discuss is the things going on kind of in our lives. I know you have not seen me regularly since probably last January. Um, I've popped up here and there. I did a few audio rooms back in August, somewhere around there, July or August. I was doing audio rooms on LinkedIn, but um, for the most part, I've been pretty silent as far as being active on social media. So most of my time has been spent with this woman next to me. We've been enjoying our lives together and kind of experiencing, a lot of firsts together and being in love and just kind of enjoying life as it has come to be for both of us. And part of what we wanted to discuss tonight was a culmination of us talking about our own experiences and how we got together and the dating world and everything else. So we are going to be doing a podcast. Um, it will be recorded and we will be streaming it live. But what we are, yeah. Um, show the stinking ring already. You see the Dan Roth comment. So, what we thank you, Emo, for tuning in. Happy New Year to you. But part of what we were discussing in our time together and just being, very forward and being open and vulnerable with each other is like the process of how we got here and how we got together and what we learned, what we experienced, and what we still have yet to learn going forward. So we're going to be doing a podcast slash live stream because you know me, I love doing things live on video, and it's been one of those things that we discussed last year, but I figured it's time to get things going and just start having a little bit of fun together. So, let me introduce you guys. If you are unfamiliar with the beautiful woman next to me, this is the lovely, talented. I mean, she's so many things special, incredible, amazing. I tell her these things all the time too, just so you guys know. Um, gorgeous. I mean, everything about her I love. So this is Yvette Richardson for those who aren't familiar. So say hello, baby, and just kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself. I mean, you don't have to go too in depth, but just for those who are very unfamiliar, there's some people like Melissa's here and Dan, and they know us, and Yolanda's kind of knows who you are. But just say hello to everybody.
Hi. Hello. Yeah, this is definitely new for me. I've only done this, my second time, I think, doing.
Yeah, second time.
Yeah,
officially.
second time. So it's very different. But I'm glad to be here. I don't know. Like, I'm a teacher, high school teacher.
I was gonna say, yeah. Tell them a little bit like what you do, like your passions, like what you do apart from being. You're a teacher, you're a photographer, you're all these wonderful things. I mean, this is what we kind of want people to know about you. This is why that's why I say you're so talented because she does so many different things.
Yes. I was doing photography full time and I loved it. I did it for a while. I mostly was shooting weddings. And I was always, the photographer, never the bride, never really had a wedding. I did get married once, but did not have a wedding, but always did the pictures for it. And I loved it. Like, I love taking pictures of people in love. That's one of my favorite passions to do. And I was doing that full time and then decided to go back to school. And then I found out that I liked also teaching. So I like inspiring and teaching. And I subbed for every single grade level to figure out which grade level was going to be my favorite. And I found that it was high school students. And so those were the ones I felt like I could reach the most, and I still do. And I love inspiring them. So I'm excited to go back to school. I've been off for 3 weeks. I had to go back for 2 days for in service this week, but I next week on Monday is when I go back with the kids officially, and I teach semester classes. So I teach sociology and psychology, and so I'll have a whole new group of students. Some of them I may have had last semester for social or psych, but they might have swapped for the other subject this semester. So it's going to be really interesting. But I've got like all these quotes lined up and activities that I'm going to do with them. And it's going to be pretty interesting because our principal decided to take away their cell phone privileges in the classroom.
Ooh.
So I'm like thinking, racking my brain, okay, how can I keep them engaged without them thinking so much about this freaking phone? Because I love social media and I love my phone, but there's a time and place for it. And that's what I try to instill in my students is like, your interpersonal skills are so much more important than being on that phone scrolling all period long. So I try to get them out of their comfort zones, get them talking to each other, getting them to interact. Um, all kinds of stuff. And so they usually by the end of the semester, they have so much fun and they say they enjoy it. I'm like no other teacher at the school. And so I try to, it just reinforces why I do my job and why I love it so much. But I've been teaching now for 14 years. So I still love photography and I do that occasionally here and there. But teaching has kind of gone up above photography.
There's one more thing you're leaving out. Tell them about what you're doing as well for your own education.
Oh, I'm working on my master's. So yeah, I'm in school for my master's. I have 4 classes left, and then getting in sociology, so I can teach dual credit sociology, and then I'm going to do that for 3 years. Then I'm going to go back to get my master's in counseling, so I can be a school counselor because that is very needed as well. So
look at that, folks. This is what I say: talented, talented, talented. I mean, I just talk about I'm live streaming. Like she's out there, like influencing young minds, then pushing forward and continuing with her own education, and then she still finds time. She still finds time to do such wonderful things like photography for people, and just, I mean, that's why I said I loved it so much when we got together, because she knew about cameras and that sort of thing. So I kind of was like, oh my god, I was taken aback. Like it was one of the things that I really threw me aloof, is that I don't meet very many women who can talk about and tell you about your shutter speeds and your ISOs and all these other things. So it was like, my God, she's like the perfect woman for me. So I was, trust me, I was blown away, and hopefully you guys will be just as blown away by the wonderful Yvette as I am. I mean, I'm still, every day I wake up and I still pinch myself a little bit and go, wow, she loves me. So that's cool.
I do love him. I see a comment by IMO and saying that you're a developmental psychologist. You know what? That was my favorite subject in college. I took it twice. So I took it for when I was in when I was getting my associates, and then I also took it again when I was getting my bachelor's. So I took it twice, and it's one of the subjects I talk about most in my psychology class. So I go from birth all the way to death, and I even we do a poem over it. So the students come up with a poem that they recite in front of the class. We do a poetry hour, and they basically have to go over psychologist theories, everything that has to do with developmental psychology, to be able to get a good grade. And then if they rap it, they get 100. So they have to include a rap if they want the 100.
Thank you,
Otherwise,
John.
it's a 90.
Thank you, John. Love the comment. Who knew Gabe's love language was shutter speed? Well, you never know what a guy's really into. So that's just one of them. But yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what.
So is he trying to say shutter speed talk because I'm talking fast, or is it because?
No, it's because we're talking about cameras.
Because we're talking about cameras.
Cameras, yeah.
That's what
because,
I figure, but
yeah. So thank you so much for that, John. But okay, now to kind of move forward with what we are doing. So, like I mentioned at the very beginning, we are going to be doing a regular podcast slash live stream where we are going to be talking about love, not just love, but all aspects of love. Now, those who know me and have had this conversation with me and heard me talk about this before, um, I've always been fascinated with the thought of love, the idea, the concept, and everything about love. Um, a lot of it was because I didn't quite have it and I didn't quite understand it. Then, lo and behold, guess what? I find love. I mean, what I don't know how else to say except it was like a godsend to say, okay,
Destiny.
yeah, destiny, exactly. Um, so we had been talking about it for a while, and it was something I was already thinking about and passionate about and wanted to actually put out into the world. And I had always put it off. I had always put it off, and I'd always put it off and said, I'm going to do this love show. I'm going to do this love show. Um, I think what I was waiting for was for the right partner to do it with. So, bingo, she's here, and we're gonna go to do this journey together, and we're just going to explore love from all aspects. So, a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about, and a lot of the topics of discussion are going to be dealing with number one, the beginning parts of love for those who have gone through the process of having to say navigate the dating world online. We're going to go be talking there. We're going to be talking things like love bombing, true vulnerability. Um, then dive deeper into the world of actual online dating. Um, and then things and talking topics like, when you are dating somebody, um, you know, when is it time to stop? We're going to be talking about just all the processes of starting a relationship from A to Z and everything in between. Um, we're going to talk some really deep topics. We're going to be start talking about things like exploring intimacy. Um, we're all adults here, of course, right? And these are adult topics, and a lot of things we're going to discuss are going to pertain to love and all aspects of it, and that's the physical part about it, love as well. And it's not just the sexual thing. That's a short part of it, but like things like holding hands and doing things that you would do with somebody that you're in love with, like this, like we do this all the time. As a matter of fact, people just kind of go, you guys again. Um, but
We'll even eat corn for you, Dan.
yes, we will, Dan. We'll do corn. Um, but and then exploring even long-term things in having to deal with both love and is as it pertains to marriage, like the things that happen when people discuss things like um yes, we're bringing back love line. Kind of, sort of, yes. We will be having on experts. We will probably reach out to people in the audience watching if they want to submit questions. We might even have live call-ins. I have the access to do this. So we're going to play around with it and have fun with it. And then we're going to turn it around and put it into a podcast to put out, just so people can go find love, listen, learn. Um, it is Love Line, Dan, but it's out without Adam Carolla, so it's not so hard. It shouldn't be so harsh. I'm a lower level comedy guy, so maybe a little fun in between there. But we will try to pertain mostly to the topic at hand if we can. You know.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people struggle with this. I know I did personally. I know, Gabe talked to me about it. He struggled with it. We both did. I've known so many people in my life that have struggled with it. And then also, like, I stayed in this group. I can't really say the name of it. It's a private group. They don't want the name being blasted, but it's a group that helps women, and they struggle in relationships, and they speak about problems, and then so many of them have issues, and they talk about a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about, and basically things that we've learned, and then also asking experts. But I think that it's definitely a topic that's going to be interesting. And I think a lot of people want to hear some of this stuff. So I stay in that group just so I can give my advice and to, give encouragement, motivation to people because a lot of people struggle with it.
Yeah, I mean, again, she's well versed in psychology and sociology, so she knows a lot of the theories, a lot of the practices, things like that. That we also, I mean, when you talk about looking at it from perspectives, she does have very good insight, and I think that will be very useful um, as far as like how we share and communicate and talking about the subject matter from week to week. So I think that's one of the things we wanted to do. But another thing that I did want to bring up um, is that what we are kind of up in the air about is figuring out a name for this podcast. um,
Yes, I like this name.
so
I'll
we
tell you.
we came up with the name Love Bites. So LOVEBITES. But we are still exploring names. Um, and
And it has a double meaning.
yeah, it does. It does have a double. It does have a double meaning. Very, very double meaning for us. Um, but one of the things that I just wanted to put out there is maybe you guys could help out. I think maybe at some point within the next few days, I'll create a poll, maybe to put on LinkedIn with a few ideas. I will.
That
Yeah.
is already licensed, really?
Ooh. Okay. See, that's what I mean.
Yeah, see, we need input.
So we're looking for input and ideas, like what we want to create and how we can put it out there, and just see. I don't know.
Okay, we won't use it.
We won't use love bites, but we've been tossing around ideas, and um, again, sometimes it takes an outsider's perspective on the idea of what we're going to create to share. So, what's love got to do with it? I don't know. Maybe. Um, Now I'm going to do this thing a little bit differently, folks. I am going to try to do this
It's
legitly.
okay, Dan.
I'm not going to use my regular tactics like licensed music and things like that, because I want to be able to actually put this out into the world and maybe at some point maybe even monetize it. I don't know. But we did want to um, just share the thoughts that we are having, and I think why a lot of it will pertain to just not only love but relationships in general. Things like expressing your boundaries. I mean, you can do that in just about every capacity of your life, whether it's with family, friends, and yeah, you know what? Your loved ones, huh? Hello, love is everywhere, and that's a big part of it. So we will again be putting out a lot of these topics and ideas here within the next couple of weeks. Um, I'm still debating on if I should maybe record some of them and then put some of the live ones and then go back and do. I don't know. I'm still conceptually wise how we're going to approach this. Dang it!
Did
I
it
did it
again.
again. Sorry, folks. Um, Unfiltered love. Oh,
Unfiltered love. Oh,
maybe. Look at that. That's even a play on my old show. That might work.
that one sounds good.
And here's the great part, guys. I love this because this is why I'm so excited. Like I mentioned, she's pretty talented. Like she also knows how to create her own like shirts and stuff and everything else. So we're gonna come with swag.
I have a cricket.
So we're gonna swag out too when we come on, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, look at the shirt! It's so you know."
Yeah, and we're also on a major diet, so you'll see us shrinking.
That's another thing, right? Well, I think that goes back
New Year's
to
resolution.
at the beginning of the year. That was one of our things that we talked about because as you guys know, for a while there, I was on a bit of a health kick. I was running a lot. I was doing a lot of things.
I was too. I was
Eh,
working out at the gym.
yeah, and we found each other, and then I don't know.
And then we started eating.
So he's like, well, why does the laptop
keyboard randomly
flash? I don't know.
Oh, maybe the light hitting it?
Yeah, maybe. Because I don't think my keyboard lights up. It's just
the laptop. Oh, the keyboard.
Oh, the laptop.
Laptop keyboard.
Oh, I don't know why. Yeah, I think it just. That's why. Because it has a thing that like when it's dormant for a little bit, it turns off. So like on the screen though, you're seeing it flashes. So it's my laptop. So when it has a thing that says battery saver, so it doesn't just burn it. So when you click or whatever, and it's pretty fancy, but yeah, it has its mind of its own sometimes. So there you go. Hopefully that answers your question, John. But anything else? I mean, as far as like what we're, let's find time to chat. But I gotta sleep. Yeah.
Yes, Yolanda, it did.
Definitely, Dan.
But now I'm coming up with all these healthy recipes, so it's really cool. We made salmon and steak, and but it's like healthy, like top sirloin, and yeah.
Yeah. So, Dan, there you go. I know you got to go run, get some sleep, take care of those kiddos. I know what you got to do. And yes, Miss Yolanda Chen, being in love does cause you to eat. Yes, it's been
Bye, Dan. Love
bye, Dan.
Too.
It's been a lot of happy weight. So yeah, it is the built-in one. So it kind of lights up for as far as like the keyboard. So hopefully, like I said, answers your question. You know how we do things? We do things fancy. Yes, Dean, this is live. As a matter of fact, I want to say people are going to be shocked because they're like, "What the hell's going on? We have not seen you."
Is this
Habe? So yeah. Well, it's understandable because I do it myself. The H is right next to the G on the keyboard.
Yeah.
So when you type in, something, if you're not actually like, especially if you got fat fingers like me, and you type it and you hit it by accident, especially on if you're mobile, it happens. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but yes, Dean, long time no see, my friend, and this is live, and you will be seeing more of this face this year. Like I said, excuse me, last year was a big break. Like I said, I made it intentional as far as like staying away from social media and not being so active. Because like I had, again, I'd done it like I did overkill. I did it overkill last at the end of 2022. I did 100 episodes from the end of April. No, excuse me, from the middle of August all the way until the end of December. So it was 100 straight episodes that I did. And then I knew I was going to take time off. And then I found love, and I did not want to rush back to doing live streaming or anything else. We did a few. I think we did one here or there. I think we might have done two.
We recorded one.
We recorded one, and then we did one live. Is what we did. So that was one of the things that I really wanted to do going forward because
Can y'all see the glitter on his face?
They can't see the glitter, baby.
He's got glitter on his face.
So where the hell have I been? I've been in a relationship team. Is what I've been doing for the last year. But again, man, it's been a really great time for me, and I'm ready now to start officially opening up and spreading my wings and bringing the love of my life with me. So we've kind of made this journey together, and I was pretty excited when she said she would do this with me. It takes a lot. I mean, it's not easy just to jump on camera and start talking. And I've done this, 700-800 times. So I feel comfortable, but I know for her, it might be a little bit different in coming and talking into the microphone and being in the camera. And it's going to be a learning curve for her, for both, because I've never worked with a partner either. So we've got both things we're going to learn, baby.
Yes.
So I'm excited for it though, and I hope you guys will tune in and find this excited now. I will be creating the events, putting it out there, sharing it on LinkedIn. I'm going to do the whole 9 yards this time around. I'll create a LinkedIn page for the podcast. I will. We'll have to work on a website and a few other things, but yeah, we're shooting for this to be a legit project, and who knows where it leads after that. But it's one of the subjects that I am thrilled that I'm going to finally get to cover. It's one that I've had in my crawl for the last like 3 years, and it's finally going to be able to come to fruition for me. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to have a good time doing this, baby.
Me too.
You too? Okay. Yes. Interject anytime you want, sweetheart. Like I will hog the mic if you if you let me talk once I get on a microphone. Like,
oh, you are so sweet, Imo. Are you the one that's from what country were you from?
Malaysia.
Was it Malaysia?
Yes.
And she's developmental psychologist.
Yes. So love in 2024. Yes, that is a goal right there. Unfiltered love. I love that. That's growing on me a little bit. We'll still put it out there into the world and just see and ask questions and see if anybody will love to interject their own thoughts and ideas on this. But man, it's going to be a great time, folks. And you know how. No, I'm.
Okay, you're from California.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there was somebody that typed in there. They were from Malaysia. I don't remember who.
Oh,
it was somebody earlier. Awesome. We're at in California.
Yeah, so I can go back and see. Scroll up, see.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that was another LinkedIn user.
Oh, it just says LinkedIn user.
LinkedIn user, infamous LinkedIn user, folks.
I think they might have came in right at the same time.
Yeah. So okay, she's in California. Awesome. Well, again, guys, we're going to be pulling a lot of our guests, or a lot of our subject matter. Some of our subject experts.
I've been there 3 times.
3 times. Dang, I've never been once.
Burbank, LA, Hollywood. Because I was on an infomercial. So,
oh yeah, that's another. Yeah. Look, see, we got all these interesting things we can talk about with you.
I was weight loss famous for a while. So I had lost over 100 pounds and ended up on an infomercial 3 times. So they flew me out to California. I was back in my 20s, and I kept it off for about 7 or so years. And then I got married, put on some weight, started to lose it, had a baby, put it back on, started to lose it. Yeah, and just kind of yo-yoed. Met Gabe, gained a lot back.
Just lean in.
So now we're gonna lose.
Do me a favor. Lean into that microphone real nice.
Yes.
There you go. And just.
Was I not talking loud enough?
Yeah, so that way people can. These mics are they're very sensitive as far as like picking up sound around there. So.
Thank you, Yolanda.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so she was on an infomercial. That was kind of cool.
It was called the 6-Week Body Makeover.
Like when we first started talking, here's a great story. The first time we started, like we started talking back and forth and sharing things. One of the things that I always did straightforward when I was online dating was that, hey, look, I'm a content creator. I share social media. If you want to Google me, just so you know that I'm a real person and just what I'm about. So I sent her like my YouTube page, and I was like, ooh, fancy. I send out my YouTube page, and it's like, wow, pretty awesome. And then she sends me back her video that she did for her infomercial. And I go, oh my God, you've been on camera. You've been. Yeah.
Man, y'all should have seen me the first time I went on camera. I was like, they were like, okay, say how many inches you lost around your waist. And I was like saying the wrong numbers. And like, I was so shy and like scared. And so, but they liked me on camera. So they flew me out 2 more times. And then I just got better and better. The third time I was on it the longest, and I have like a little speech on there. I'll put it on. I don't know if I added.
No, you probably we can put it on LinkedIn maybe or something. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll share it one day, and we can probably play it live for you guys and kind of talk about it. But yeah, I mean, there's so many interesting things that people do in their lives, and that was one of the excuse me, that was one of the cool things that I thought about whenever we started talking was that she kind of knows what it's like to be under the lights and the cameras and seeing everything else and
Had Hollywood makeovers
Hollywood
too. They
makeovers,
were
folks.
nice.
So that's why she's been out to California a couple times. This guy's never been, but I've been to Vegas and close enough. But I've never been a world traveler, but that's something on my list that hopefully we will take care of together. That's just a lot of the personal things that we want to go do and explore in our life.
Yeah, we went to the beach
Yeah, we went to the beach.
last
Look, yeah,
summer
that was cool. Like, you know what? You might have seen me live on Instagram. I think I did an Instagram live
with
um,
the birds.
with the birds and everything else. When it's kind of crazy, but yes, it's been fun, man. It's been a wonderful journey, and I think it's just only going to get better with time, baby. Oh, hold on, I'm trying to pull up comments here. There you go,
Yeah,
Yolanda. Congratulations.
and this one,
Yes, this
this
time we
time
will be doing it together.
it helps so much when you have a partner. So like the first time I was losing, I didn't have the energy to work out. So I was just eating food and I was losing weight. But I was working with this coworker of mine who was like, "Why don't we start walking?" And I was like, "Okay." And so she would like speed walk and I was like, "I can't keep up with you. Slow down." I'm like breathing hard. And so she's like, okay. So she slowed down. And then I started trying to pick up the speed. And eventually, as I was losing weight, I was gaining more energy. I was walking faster. And then I couldn't like, I couldn't just speed walk. I had to run. And so at that point, she was older. So she's like, I can't run. So I started going outside and running. And then I joined a gym and yeah, I was working out and eating right and so I know I can get there again. I've done it before. But now I have extra motivation having Gabe in my life and he's eating all the foods I'm eating. My daughter came over today and she was like, "So are you on the diet too?" And he's like, "Yeah." And what'd she say, honey? She said, "What, boo?"
Yeah, it's like boo. It's like boo. Come on. I said we're jumping
Yeah.
off the cliff together. We're holding hands. If we're gonna do, we're like Thelma and Louise here, except with except guy.
Except we're not
Yeah,
both
we're not
girls.
both girls. You know. So yeah, that's kind of how we're gonna go. If we're gonna go, we're gonna go over the cliff together, and that's kind of how our journey through our relationship has kind of been, and that's why I think what we're talking about and going into exploring love even more. It's going to give us new perspectives. It's going to teach us things about ourselves as well, and then how we kind of work together as a unit. I think those are that's kind of been the whole point of doing this in the first place. Whenever I started doing any kind of any kind of information that I've shared on live streams or anything else, is because I was curious about learning it, and then I would go out and share it, and then people found it interesting, or I had similar experiences with other people who would share their experiences, and I would learn from them. So I think doing this and talking about it and having experts on, and then at some point having other people like come on, just regular people in lives, and talk about relationships and their experience as well. It's just going to help, and it's going to help us just become better. It's going to build our bond even stronger than what it already is, and yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. And
I am too,
Dean,
baby.
I don't know any
Aggie joke.
Aggie
I don't
jokes.
know any Aggie jokes either.
Well, she is an Aggie, so I wouldn't want to. Well, no, what is it? She goes to
What's
Texas A&M Commerce, right?
Yeah, I go to Texas A&M Commerce, so that's a
And
lion.
that's a lion. I guess
Yeah.
only the Texas A&M is actually the Aggies. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'll look some up, Dean, maybe. But next time I come on live.
Yeah, we'll have to
Um,
find one.
but yeah, the next time, of course, that's one of the cool things I'm going to be able to do is use all my experience to do the production build out and everything else. So, um, we'll have a better aesthetic. This was kind of just simply a throw together live stream just to hop on here and just say hello to everybody again, reintroduce ourselves, get everybody familiar with who we are, and then as we move forward, then we can start like building more of a base and community and just people who want to tune in and hopefully find what we're talking about interesting. I mean, that's the
Yeah,
goal.
like one of the interesting topics that we're going to be talking about is love bombing. And that word is thrown around so much. Like everybody talks about it. Some guy does something nice for you. Oh my God, he's love bombing you. And so it's like, how do you tell the difference? How do you tell the difference between somebody who is love bombing you or someone who's just being nice to you and trying to like be the guy that you really want to have in your life? And so I think that's going to be a big topic that's going to be
So,
interesting.
yeah, thank you guys. I do appreciate it. Yolanda, yes, thank you so much for just sharing all the kind words, guys.
Oh, originally from Longview, Texas.
Oh, so
Who's originally from Longview? Not me.
no, John. Or
Oh,
Dean. I'm sorry, Dean. I'm sorry. I was looking at
noticed
John's name.
in profile
Um,
originally from Longview.
yeah.
But who's
Um,
from Longview?
he is. He is what we say.
Oh, I thought he was saying you.
No.
He noticed in your profile.
No, I'm not from I'm from Dallas, Texas. I hope it
Oh,
doesn't
I
say
forgot.
Longview. Now I'm questioning my LinkedIn profile. Like, oh my God, have I had that on it the whole time?
Well, why is he asking for an Aggie joke then?
I don't
And he
know.
said, notice. Yeah, I think you have Longview in your
I
profile.
don't think so. I'll go look right.
Yeah.
I'll go look right now. No, it says Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
So we're good. We're good. We're good, folks. Thank you, Yolanda. I do appreciate it. And, that's one of the things that I am going to pay more attention to this time around as well. It's just the individuals that support us and show up and, show love and want to be part of it and hell, even contribute if they like. We're going to be inclusive as far as like what, because everybody has their own take. They're going to have their own perspective, their own experiences. It's just like anything in life. Love is one of the big mysteries that a lot of people still have yet to solve. It's like our brains. We don't quite know how it works, but we know that it does. So, same thing how I feel about love. It works, or else we wouldn't have multiple humans on this earth. It'd be a sad, sad population if it didn't. So, yep, I think that's going to be really great. And other than that, sweetie, if you have anything you want to share before we get out of here, it's already midnight. So,
Is it
yeah,
Wow. I didn't
we've been
know.
on, we've been on for 40 something minutes, and it took us. Well, we had so we
It took a while to set up.
it had a while set up, but
And then we had to stop and make
we
coffee.
made coffee,
It's decaf, so we don't stay up
stay up
all
late.
night.
Yeah. Not only that, then we do a thing every other week. We have a group that we go to attend through our church. So that was another thing we had to take care of tonight before we could do this. No, I'm from Long. You notice?
Okay.
Oh,
You
Garland.
just want us to tell you a joke because you're from Longview?
I don't know. Give me my phone. Or you know what? I'll do it here. I'll just look it right here. Dean, I'm gonna do this live, and I am just going to.
Well, he's probably typing in too, and he knows exactly the joke that you're going to tell.
No. There's so many of them on the internet. It's got to be like thousands of them. Okay, here's one for you, Dean. Why did the Aggie get rid of his freezer? He got tired of cutting the ice into little squares to fit it into the trays. There you go. And yes. Oh, thank you. Who is LinkedIn user? I'm
It
sorry.
just says, yeah,
Does it say on yours?
LinkedIn
Look
user.
on yours. It'll say a name. It
Oh,
doesn't mobile.
Helene. Helene?
Oh, Helene, thank you.
Helene.
Thank you so much for tuning in, Helena. It's been a while. Um, gosh, I think I had interviewed her was it last year? I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah, uh, it- I don't know why, but stupid humor sometimes just makes me laugh. So there you go. There you go. This is
Yes, Helene.
we just saw that. So we got it. We got it up mobily, so she can see the comments on her phone from right here in case she needs to look at them. And we got them on a big screen here. So,
Mhm.
um, we just wanted to get all our bases covered so we can see everything. But yeah, next, not sure why I am a LinkedIn user. Well,
Yeah.
tonight you are the infamous LinkedIn user. So
Yeah, like on the big screen it just says that, so it's not telling us a name, but on like if you're logged in online, you can see it that what your name is.
yeah, I'm trying to see that now. See, it doesn't say. I mean, when I go watch on the stream, I mean, if I go live here, so I just muted that. But
Yeah, it still says it
oh,
there.
there it is. Yeah,
But on my screen I can see it.
you can see it. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I know exactly who this is now. Sorry about that. Oh, and then to your comment, Dean. It says on your profile. He's talking about your profile, baby.
Oh,
So
my
it says from Garland,
profile.
and she's from Texas A&M
Texas A&M Commerce. Does it
Commerce.
not say Commerce?
Maybe
I
not.
need to change that.
Maybe you need to change. I don't know. Let's look it up while we're here on LinkedIn.
Yeah, it should say Commerce.
Let's see. See. Let's see. Writer.
Yeah, that top picture is me and Gabe with Mother Teresa. If you're wondering who that lady
Oh,
was
Texas
between
A&M
us.
University Commerce. It
Yeah,
does
it
say it
said
on there.
Commerce. Okay.
So yeah, she's from. Oh, anyway. So just so you say, John, thank you for sharing that into the comments. You have to change your LinkedIn privacy and visibility settings so Restream can show you if you're coming up as the infamous LinkedIn user. According to the support page on restream.io. Thank you for sharing that. That's
Mm.
professional. Love that, man.
Thank you,
I love it
John.
when I get other live stream creators who know how to like moderate and add stuff in there.
Mhm.
Nice. All right. Well, good. I don't know what to say except we've kept you up now for almost 50 minutes, and I'm thinking to myself like, wow, we started this and going, I don't think anybody's going to be watching because it was.
I was like, what are we going to be talking about?
This is how these go, baby. Though I mean, there would be nights, and I'm just talking from my own experience. There would be nights I wasn't even sure what I was going to be talking about. Um, I would just go in with a subject, a few
Mhm.
like talking points or thought points that I would want to discuss,
Yes.
and then the audience kind of comes along and they just interject things as well, and it just kind of leads you down this path. And I mean, they help. That's why I say bringing the audience in and bringing those people in makes it more inclusive. So yeah, she live streams and she's a
Yeah.
restream user. So I don't know why it's not showing up.
Hmm.
I'm sorry about that though. Maybe it's something on my end. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to also, guys, you want to follow me or Yvette on LinkedIn, you can go. Well, I think that's just my QR code. I got to put hers in there. That's why I said I got to do the setup a little bit better. This was kind of tossed together. But if you want to follow me, you're not following me already. I believe most of you are. You can scan that QR code right there to take you to your LinkedIn profile, and then you can just click follow or connect, and just I don't know, see what I got going on. That's going to be one of the cool things that we're going to be doing in the next few weeks. So, all right, I guess for the time being, guys, that's going to be it. We'll start wrapping it up, and I hope to see a lot of more of you lovely faces in the comments as we
Thank you, Dean.
move forward into 2024. This is actually my first live stream of 2024, so I've been pretty excited to do this, and now just I got to do it with
Thank you,
I just got to
Helene.
do it with my beautiful woman right here. So I'm thrilled.
Thank
That's another thing you're gonna see is like that kind of stuff. So I don't know if that turns you off. If you don't like public displays of affection, let me know. I will give a PDA warning before, so you can turn your head or turn the
Close your
screen,
eyes.
close your eyes, or anything like that.
Sorry about those legs in the background.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, again, this was thrown together. We'll get all this figured out.
Yeah,
But
we'll
it will.
probably put a screen up there because
Yeah,
my
we're
brother's room is back there.
so yeah, we'll get all this squared away. So. All right. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Everybody that's been here. I don't want to forget anybody and just say thank you to Dan, Mr. Kenneth Dunner Jr., Yolanda, our other LinkedIn user, Miss Melissa Houston, Emo. Thank you for tuning in. Dean? I don't know if I forgot anybody else. Is that it? Yvette Rich. Who's Yvette? Oh, that's you, baby. In the comments. Sorry. Okay, I think that's everybody else. I covered everybody else here tonight. But you guys have a great evening. Enjoy or your day. I think John's in Australia, or where is he at? I forget. But anyway, he is. Hold on before I get out of here, and then I'll let y'all go.
John Lacey.
Yes, I think he is in. Yes, New South Wales, Australia.
Ooh, Australia.
That's why I was I was on
Nice.
the cusp there. So thank you so much for again.
Have a good night, Yolanda.
Good night, everybody, for tuning in. And we will talk to you again very, very soon. Maybe even tomorrow if you guys are lucky. We'll chance it and see, but we'll be
So we
back.
don't have the kids this weekend.
Yeah, we don't have the kids
And
this week.
I don't have any homework.
Very soon as if more announcements and things we got coming up. So appreciate you all for tuning in. Love it. And I don't know. We'll see you again soon. Say bye, baby.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Good. Yeah, we definitely got to put a screen up.
Yes. You can see legs going in the background. I don't know if it was Jen or Russell. Probably Jen.